Standard for him. Rest of the lads on Rare Adam rolling out with the armor. Dualies for Alistair. Always going to be fun. Bit of a raid boss setup for him.
Two sets of util for the CTs. No nades, so it doesn't look like they're going to go for that nade retake setup over towards A that a lot of teams do, especially on those eco rounds. But here on the pistol, Liaz, what's that head? Popping up from Moseyuh. Rare Adam, get that info. Show some aggression. And Ali as well, deep towards the top there. So what's the swing coming out of these Rare Adam members?
Yep, no real damage done so far in this round. Rare Adam kind of just milling about, getting a bit of info as to where some of those CT players are. JamYoung now sort of feels like he's the first one to do a bit of exploring, working his way out into mid.
Yeah.
Vexite still just having this one-on-one duel with Mercury at the bottom of ramp. But Sicko and Alistair both set up in mid. Feels like a bit of a counter read. Alistair in a position like this with the dualies, dealt with comfortably by Kaze. But he's got to do a little more than that, and he's jumped right into a crossfire. So many of those Rare Adam players caught as they jump down from the jump up. And
huge.
That's a super convincing pistol round for Grayhound.
That was a super loud yell coming out of Alistair as well, and he was really quiet over on Ancient.
I mean, they got to be feeling good about finally getting a pistol, right?
Yeah, 100%. But look, going into the second, they've found a pistol round. They should be able to deal with this, and of course, look, they didn't let that bomb get planted, so round two should be that much easier here for them.
Yep, no investment from Rare Adam. We'll see what they look like playing from a bit of a deficit at the start of a map. Not what they'll be used to. Jump boost. Oh! Ooh. Mosey just gets clotheslined by Liaz. And Advent's already down to 7 HP, so I don't think Grayhound is likely to be having too many issues here. Yeah,
util usage for Grayhound. Kicking things off nicely, and Ali as well. He's cleared out all of A-ramp. Wait for these Ts to maybe punish him, but he is just pushing and pushing.
Everyone's
and it's worked out so well. Grayhound said, my kill, no my kill. They just have Glocks. Give me the money.
Grayhound is trying to get themselves back in the game a little bit here. They're just trying to pick up the pace. They're trying to put that pressure back onto Rare Adam. Not necessarily let them dictate how that round plays out.
And Ali with a 4K on that MP9 means we're going to be seeing that big green come into action early. Going into the third, probably just going to see a bonus round, and we'll see what Grayhound change here. Vexite, the only one with that M4. But look at the cash already stacked up in Ali's pocket, 6.3K.
Yeah, this will be a big one. Grayhound can win it, then they're in a fantastic spot. Feels like there's a lot more to lose for Rare Atom than there is for Grayhound. The nature of the bonus round. Rare Atom, though, adequately set up to deal with that push from Grayhound, expecting a bit of aggression, knowing it's unlikely the weapons have been upgraded.
I think Ali was real loud getting to that position. Rare Atom knew someone had to be close. But still three more MP9s to get past. Vexite going to be the piece de resistance with the A1S. And off the back of the flash, you can see they've taken Mercury out of Scaff. And now they've got a huge amount of control. Smoke as well to play around towards the top of ramp. And Grayhound, they've at least brought it back to this 4-on-4. So getting proactive when they need to.
Rare Adam, on the other hand, are playing it quite slowly so far, tossing a few bits of util around. Make sure everyone's got what they need. Looks like it'll be Mosey that does get sent in here, if anyone. Advent's just creeping his way up slowly. He's got a couple of flashes in his back pocket. Not a particularly fun place to be for Sicko, but he does have a smoke if necessary. No mollies on the side of Rare Adam, bar the one that JamYoung is holding. And that is the one that's going to be invested into Sicko's spot. So he's either going to have to toss that smoke or go down to it. Takes the peek. Very fast peek out as well from him, but it's not worked out nicely. Rare Adam scaling their way into that A site.
We got two smokes for the CTs to try to make their way back in, as well as the M4, which is doing damage, doing work. Advent allowed to escape back, but still plenty of time for this retake to come through in the 3v3.
Yeah, a couple of smokes as well for Grayhound. They do have a defuse kit there on ins. They do have heaps of time, as you say. But Rare Adam have also set up quite nicely. I love this position from Advent. Always a bit of a cheeky one. He does get the 1-for-1, and that's actually taken one of the smokes and, of course, the defuse kit out of play. They need to try to retrieve it, and they can't. Mosey just covers that angle off. And, of course, the round does go the way of Rare Atom, and now we're starting to get into the interesting nitty-gritty.
Also, what a good bonus round, right? You brought 4 MP9s of that, just the one A1S, but look at the cash in the bank. CTs, this is a swing round. You've got the Ts down to a couple of Galils to get that extra util on the board, but you know, after getting that 1 round win, of course, the round loss bonus isn't going to be as bad. So if Grayhound hit back right now, they can string some more together, and that's when things get dangerous. But Grayhound, like a couple of the individuals, which you didn't see a lot from over on Ancient, are just looking that much better, that much more comfortable here on Vertigo.
Yeah, good start for Vexite. This would be the perfect response from Grayhound if they were to win the round straight after Rare Atom have picked one up. Break their money instantly and get off to a really good start on this CT side.
Mercury, of course, finding that opening kill over towards ramp, trying to do the same thing again, but Grayhound taking a different approach, ready for him to swing in behind that smoke, and things go right. Now, as he ins here, happy to hide under jump up, expecting some aggression to come out from these Ts. Liaz, no real supportive utility, but he is going to play that offline over towards the B site, and Sicko ready to take this contact here at mid. So Inns will know when to jump up.
Yeah, it's the perfect setup, really, for Grayhound, isn't it? Unless Sicko goes around the corner with knife out, Rare Atom will not strike. And now Inns knows there's players headed in his direction. It's a 1-for-1, but that's fine as far as Grayhound is concerned. There's more members to deal with. Liaz doing a great job, and it's just Advent holding on to rotations that's going to strike for Rare Atom.
Oh, he's been having a day, but a 1v4 is a big ask. 3 remaining to get past, and the bomb down as well. But Liaz doing God's work from that position to find 2 and lock down the B site. Great rotation from the aggression. Vexite looking to lock it down, but it's Ali watching that wrap back to CT connect, and Grayhound are looking real damn good here on the start of Vertigo.
Yep, certainly. Bit more comfortable territory, maybe being on that CT side as well, helping out. The ebb and flow of the game of Counter-Strike is so funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
How you can be dominant on one map and then struggle on another, or even dominant in a half, and find it difficult when you swap.
It's the nature of the game. And even just like confidence as well is so crucial in a game like CS.
Well, here's a good opportunity for Grayhound to double down, get themselves another round, build up that CT money, and put Rare Atom on quite the significant back foot at the start of this map.
We've got Moseyuh here with the Hero Deagle. Was hoping that the CTs get a bit too big for their boots, similar to that round when they were running into the Glocks. And Grayhound, they are thinking about it. We've got Sicko with a flash in hand, looking to send Vexite forward. It's all going to boil down to the timing. Liaz as well has a whole bunch of Ts in front of him. It's target practice, and he did all right to get 2 there.
Yeah, he did very well actually to get 2. Kind of put a spanner in the works for Grayhound's plans. Advent still is holding on to an M4, so he could potentially do a bit of work. There's maybe a retrievable gun as well for Moseyuh or Mercury. It's not being covered off right now by Alistair, though he will peek onto the line at the perfect time. Moseyuh is having a bit of a round. That's 3 for the Deagle so far, and he's, I think, spotted Vexite out as well.
Actually, a Hero Deag, and the smoke fades. Moseyuh finally falls. Mercury not going to be able to find the headshot. Vexite saves the day for Grayhound up against those pistols.
Yeah.
But boy, Rare Atom just made that one costly.
Bit close for comfort for Grayhound, that is for sure.
There it is.
Moseyuh, I mean, I guess technically he got more than he bargained for, didn't he? But definitely makes amends for it. This will be
shots.
A pretty big round for Rare Atom. They've done a lot of damage to Grayhound's economy. If they can put something on the board here, pressure's right back onto Grayhound.
Ooh. Ali, a dangerous game there with the frog smoke from Rare Atom. Towards the stairs. Mercury is going to be burnt eventually. Gets a lot of control, making his way on towards that crane line. Nade, not going to get any damage done there for Sicko. But still, 5 alive for both sides. We'll see what Rare Atom decide to do. Now they forced Grayhound away from the ramp.
Yep. It's cost Mercury a fair bit of his HP, though. Flashes are coming through, but no recontest from Grayhound so far. Sicko's going to have a bit of a look at scaffolding. Apparently not. More than happy to just sit on the line for the moment. Lots of util in the back pocket available for Rare Atom. So if they want to bring out a set execute onto A, then that's an option. But maybe it looks more like it's going to be Kaze to just set up on the line with the AWP and wait for some pushes to come through. Good counter util out from Grayhound. Has done a number to Kaze. He's down to 12 HP. Really got scared from those flashes and had to back away into the molly, into the fire.
Rare Adam with 38 seconds. Thinking about having a sniff at B, you can see Mosey's here playing the offline, just waiting to jump up at the stairs, and Grayhound playing real deep as well. So after getting a lot of control over towards ramp there, even with this pick, it is actually going to draw the rotations at Grayhound.
Yeah, that's huge. That is absolutely massive that Kaze's got that pick, although Sicko finding one has started to alert Grayhound to some shenanigans that might be occurring. JamYoung full HP, and he's lucky he was because the util came through for Grayhound. Liaz is on the close line and waiting to see if JamYoung will peek him. Not going to be the case. JamYoung back to the safety of Generator for now. But 4-on-4 for the retake and low HP bars on Rare Adam.
And you got flashes on a couple of these members. JamYoung not going to be able to use his. Has to be that first point of contact. Trying to flick around both sides. Can't pick one or the other, but at least gets traded out for two. So Grayhound in a 1-on-3, make it a 1-on-3. Mosey, he's doing work for Rare Adam. That's going to be enough to get another round on the board.
I think it's Mosey's world, and we're just living in it at the moment.
Yeah.
He's had two back-to-back really solid rounds, and I mean, JamYoung, he was panicking, wasn't he? He was going left, right, wasn't sure where to look, but end of the day, he's there just as bait. He's on the tip of the hook, and he brought Grayhound in, and Mosey did the rest.
That's it. From what I remember as well, I'm pretty sure JamYoung's quite a low-sense gamer. That's why you could see him only going to 180 the whole time. But look, he's very, very good with it and happy to play for the team. You know, as said, point of contact.
Someone has to do it.
Swings from like Advent and Mosey at the same time, and everyone's just picking up kills, getting those trades we need.
They even had the insurance fund there down the stairs too. Mercury was just chilling. If everything went wrong, he could have still tried to play for the clutch, but Mosey's got it done. 4-2, and it's a big round to pick up for Rare Adam. Like I said, they did a lot of damage in that previous to Grayhound's economy, and as a result, you're seeing Grayhound down to, you know, an MP9 at best. Eagles here as well as 5.7s. They're not bad guns. But
Ali, of course, he's kept a little bit in the tank to just try and get that AWP back online.
Yeah, leaving a bit to be desired for sure.
Oh, they're fighting. Just scrimming over towards Scaff, and the flashes from the CT is not going to be enough. JamYoung holding strong, expecting the aggression.
Nearly worked. JamYoung, however, is a little bit too good at the moment. And so that's turned out to be quite the nothing round from Grayhound. It's just Liaz and Inns left trying to hold on to the A bomb site. Rare Atom, though, are not sort of running headlong into anything. They're not giving any opportunity to Grayhound here.
Yeah.
They're going to make sure that they slowly work their way in. Cross the T's, dot the I's. Make sure they 100% this round, because they know how important it is to be picking these up pretty comfortably. Lots of money available for them in the next round if they take 5 guns through. And they can start to control the half if they do win it comfortably, which they have.
You can see Rare Adam, they're playing a win. They're respecting the hell out of Grayhound after what happened on Inferno. Not getting too overzealous, not pushing forward on their own, and just really coordinating a lot of these swings. So expecting that one, and look, 5 alive, that is huge for Rare Adam as they are looking to tie up the score here, 4-4. And Grayhound, they don't have a huge amount going into round 8, so I think that's about to happen.
Yeah, it's pretty much the double eco for Grayhound, isn't it? Obviously, they invested a little bit in that last round, but have to take the full save here. And that's already making the scenario look much better for Rare Adam. Again, a big push out from Grayhound. Rare Adam, are they aware of it? Well, they've got a crossfire established, and they should have more than enough to deal with what they've got. Kaze pulls out the Glock and gets a couple. That's fair enough. Get that round over and done with. Grayhound, they want to get the guns back in their hands and have a real crack at it.
They had a flying Vexite to deal with as well. I don't know if you spotted him, but he just was smashing through the smoke. Landed down on the ramp there. But great positioning from Rare Adam allowed them to fight together. So we'll see what happens here. Round 9, Grayhound finally with the primary weapons back on the board and a plethora of util to use. So we'll see what they opt to do. Looking like they're going to go for the 1-4 split, putting heavy priority on that ramp control.
Need to see a response pretty soon from Grayhound, otherwise Rare Atom starts to run away with the half. Vexite already tagged down to 26, and they know he's there. He's spamming through. Mercury and Advent were so close that he was a dead man.
Spam back, Inns. Going to cop some damage for free as well. With this man down position, Grayhound, it's going to be difficult, but not unachievable. However, Mosey's still alive, and he has been putting in groundwork for Rare Adam. Kaze as well on this T side so far. Now, what's the protocol here? Sicko's got this one way he's playing across the top of. Just looking for that info at the minute mark. And Ali didn't want to hang around for too long either. So as that smoke fades, he'll just reposition. You got Sicko with that one flash to try to get him out of dodge in case this hit comes through. And at the 40-second mark, Rare Adam's starting to make a move.
It's quite a slow and methodical T side, isn't it, from Rare Adam? Very rarely seeing fast plays to either bomb site. They're trying to use as much time as is available to them. Does mean there's only 30 seconds left here, so if they make a mistake, they'll be in trouble. Doesn't look like any mistakes are going to occur, though. And Rare Atom get the entries they need. They get the bomb plant down while they've lost control of bottom of ramp. They still have the numbers there. Even though the trades are coming through from Grayhound, Rare Adam 2-on-2 he's stepping up, and now it's just Kaze who's locked in and found. And that's a huge round for Grayhound.
That was huge. Ali's just smoked that molly. Couldn't jump up to heaven, made a little bit of noise and said, you know what, I'm just going straight through. Got himself that quick scope, instantly coming in on that flank up ramp as well. Finds himself the double, and that was just clockwork working out.
That was an awesome round.
So guns seem to be the key, but again, with 2 alive at the end, it's still so dangerous. If we got Rare Adam with another buyout, which we will, bomb plant and plenty of money in the bank from the previous, Greyhounds still have a couple of bricks to tear out of this wall.
Yeah, that'll be a bit of a wake-up call for Rare Atom. It's not going to be as easy as you think. Even when Greyhound look like they're down, they're not out. Inns and Alistair, what a nice clutch that was. Gets them back into the game. Maybe not necessarily in control of it just yet.
Oof. Ali really feeling it after the prior round. See if he can find some more. Flash in from Sicko. He's just waiting, expecting someone to be posting, but Mercury tucked away in the corner. Not going to be mollied out, not going to be naded. He's still here, sitting pretty. Oh, the slow peek Kaze. His leg just jiggling awkwardly around the corner. Baits out the shot and the info. So Rare Adam off the back of that contact now of this ramp control.
Yep. It's quite an economical way to take ramp control, and now they're starting to push their way into sight as well. Mercury's had a bit of a look. It's pushed Greyhound back away. Sent the extra rotator coming across. Sicko's kind of having a look at the A site now as well. And, well, actually, Rare Adam are going to turn tail and head toward mid. That is where Inns is watching and waiting. But it's a very hefty defense on A right now, so it's going to have to come down to Inns. And you saw the lineup almost occurring. It doesn't. Mercury is dispatching of the A site as well. It's a battle lost on multiple fronts for Greyhound, and that gives options to Rare Adam, who are going to come back in the direction of A. Sicko!
JamYoung
nearly saves the day, but yeah, JamYoung, he doesn't care. Just needs to get that bomb on the floor, and so he'll do it by any means necessary.
The body block as well for all that damage. And Liaz knows that economy is in the bin. He wants to keep the A1 alive into the next, just to have any form of presence. But for now, we've got a tied game. 5 apiece. Rare Adam, they got money for days. And that audible to just bang through the smoke, come in through elevator or lobby, and just go for the 2-pronged approach at A. But Moseyuh, him and Mercury, is doing work this round.
Yeah, well, you know, good pickups for Rare Atom. As if they really needed any. Like, this was quite a fearsome roster, even when Orman and Zoking were playing. Like, I think you would have put them as one of the top teams coming into this event, regardless of those changes. But with those changes, it seems like they're looking to hit another level, and they're looking to get back to the major. It's been a long time since we saw Kaze, Advent, and JamYoung at the major.
Oh, yeah.
And they desperately want to get back, and for Moseyuh and Mercury to be their first foray in that direction.
Oh, JamYoung even hit Sicko with the look away. Well, I agree with you. They look like they want it. But we'll see if Greyhound wants it more. They need to pick up here. Of course, look, if you win, you're just 1 win away from making the major. One or 2 spots here at IEM Road to Rio. But you got to play IHC, and that is going to be dangerous.
Yeah, look, IHC, they did seem pretty solid today. GG How not cutting the mustard. Be a tougher game tomorrow for IHC, regardless of who goes through.
Grayhound going for a similar strat to what we saw over on Inferno. Happy just to play this one together, use a couple of smokes to slow down a push if it happens. We're going to see a late rotate out. Rare Atom, they're going over jump up. They're clearing out everything here at B with the two-pronged attack, and it's working.
Yep, unfortunately for Grayhound, they chose the wrong bomb site. Kaze's watching mid. Oof. And easy as you like onto Vexite. Another little one for Kaze. Bit of a stat pad, really. JamYoung's looking to do much the same. He wants some more HLTV points. Didn't get enough, apparently, on the first 2 maps, where he was kind of the standout.
Taking names there.
Yeah,
with the stick.
Bit of a slower map for JamYoung here, but that slack has kind of been picked up by Moseyuh and Kaze.
Making a Grayhound kebab on that skewer. And Mercury is going to put his hand up as well and take another eco. So real clean anti-eco coming through. And look, if the financial situation was good for Rare Atom, now it's great.
At what point do we start to get worried about the rounds that are now piling up on the T side?
I don't know. Probably, I feel like we're getting a similar Inferno feel here, like an 8-7.
Right.
Of course, Grayhound working up that round loss bonus again. They're going to invest into this one. Issue is, I feel like Rare Atom, they've just got money for so many rounds, and we've only got 4 rounds remaining in the half. Moving into this one, we'll see if Rare Atom change up the pace or just keep doing what's working. I think Grayhound, when they were getting more aggressive, it was kind of working out, but Rare Atom, of course, started to hit the brakes, started to play real deep at ramp, real deep over towards the B site, and just let Grayhound pretty much fall on their own sword. So we'll see if that changes into round 12.
I think this is kind of dire straits, to be honest, for Grayhound. They're a little bit better on the CT side of Vertigo. 66% of their rounds come from the CT side, which would generally indicate something like a 9-6 half. And that would mean they'd have to win the half out from here. Rare Atom also a little bit more solid on their CT side. So if Grayhound don't pick up the pace here, then they're going to have to go above and beyond on the T. Oh, and that's actually a really nice aim duel to win for Liaz. The fact that it ends up being a 1-for-1, even though he was sort of under pressure from the flashes, is not a bad shout.
But look at this, it's all a ruse again, Rare Atom. We saw them doing this a little bit earlier to some great success, and they're going to start to do it again. Bomb starting to make its way slowly towards A. Grayhound getting very anxious and sending many numbers over towards B, but they've seen everything slow down, so you can see this rotation start to gravitate back towards the A site. Now, Ali's going to be able to slide into sight. Mercury blind for just long enough, but Ali can't survive. And they're not ready for the swing from Mercury there. Up lane, and things go from bad to worse. But Grayhound, they're still in with a shot. Look how low these two players are.
Hey, they've won a 2-on-3 on this bomb side already. It was Inns and Alistair. Maybe Inns and Sicko can do it.
Hang on.
Bit of a different circumstance, though.
The bomb's going all the way back to B. Look where Advent's in.
They do love playing ring around the rosy around the map, don't they?
Yeah.
Rare Atom, they just never commit to a site. And I think a lot of that is because Advent has been able to creep so close here. Past the generator, cutting off the rotate. In's a little too good.
Ooh.
And now JamYoung's kind of high and dry. His teammate's miles away. His teammate's on the A bomb site. So JamYoung has the bomb on B and Mercury's at A.
20 seconds.
He can't go back.
He thought about it.
Mercury needs to pick up the pace. Mercury needs to go B.
He's shift walking in through lobby in the CTs. They're just waiting for this tap to happen. They're happy just to hold their ground, and JamYoung's low. CTs realize no one's here to help him.
No.
Flank comes through, and Grayhound have all bases covered right there.
How have they done that? How have they done it again? Another 2-on-3 for Grayhound. I think Rare Atom just trying to get a little bit too tricky for their own good there.
Spacing was just all over the place. Trade potential not quite there. And Grayhound realized exactly what was going on. Sicko and Inns, they've been playing together for a very long time now, and you can see a little bit of chemistry coming in just to save the day for Grayhound.
that was a funny round. Not if you're a Rare Atom supporter. But they've got to buy back into it. They have a lot of money still on this T side, so it's not as if Grayhound is out of the woods just yet. That will help. Vexite gets aggressive.
Ooh.
JamYoung very nearly goes down to Sicko as well. If they can catch Vexite through this smoke, that'll be a problem. Yeah, Vexite, he wanted blood.
He heard the reload and thought it was the perfect time, but there was many numbers over towards Forklift. That being said, in this 3-on-4, you got JamYoung, 1 bullet, he's gone. Advent, 2 bullets, he's out as well. Liaz very much on an island, and he seems to have an inkling that the T's could be creeping his direction.
Well, Advent and JamYoung are both quite low HP, so we're going to have to look toward Moseyuh and Kaze to make the impact happen.
Bomb
it's a bit of a freebie. This nade over the top. 12 by claim. Another Liaz. He's a one-man army on the B site right now. And he's got Kaze down to 20 HP. Nade over the top from Inns. It's a super solid round from Grayhound. And Advent will not be able to pull out any magic here. Not on 9 HP.
Liaz ready to swing off the contact of Inns. They know that the bomb was down. And Advent, he'll get coordinated on 2 men swinging is too many. 1 bullet takes him out of the equation. And Liaz, rather, only ended up getting hit by 2 bullets, and he got 3 kills with 4 players running that.
It's a bit of a fumble, isn't it, really, from Vexite to lose those... Well, lose the last round and then this round as well from a quote-unquote advantageous position. It sort of feels like... Shh.
You say advantageous. That is just a Giga Chad position.
No.
Up on top of default, swinging dry.
Well, I just think 2 rounds that Rare Atom would have felt like they could win have now gone the way of Grayhound, and it's kind of swung the half back into Greyhound's control almost. Oh! That's awkward from Vexite. And again, Rare Atom have the advantage, but it's brought back quite quickly. Sicko won't get out of dodge in time. Alistair, though, unexpected in that position, cannot win the duel. And surely this time, Rare Atom, they're going to have to make this one get converted.
Oh, decent nade.
Very
good
good
follow. JamYoung still living on 8 HP. There's still another round, but the CTs, they want it. Liaz expecting JamYoung jumping up, and now with a smoke, flash, molly, hits on both members. It looks like Grayhound are still interested, but that nade has done so much damage.
Yeah, very good grenade. And the spam as well, helping out. Inns is down to 26. They're feeling so scared on this push through from Grayhound that pretty much the round is done. And Rare Atom are going to go back up to 7 and equalize things with Grayhound.
Inns thought he could have potentially gotten a few exits, but Rare Atom, look, they've been building up this money for so long that they got everything they need in the final round of the half. I swear, you asked me about 5 rounds ago what you think's going to happen at the half. And how bang on am I? I just want to put that out there.
I don't even recall what you said.
I said it's going to be the same as Inferno, 8-7. And look where we are. Look where we are, Jordan.
It is. But it was Inferno that went 8-7 the way of Grayhound. Will this one be 8-7 the way of Rare Atom? They've got the better buy into this round, that's for sure.
Well, that aggression coming out of the CT
definitely
started to work for them. Yeah, something's going all right. That smoke goes down. Vexite still able to fight in this position, but that nade's going to dunk him down to 39. And this util, these shots coming out of Rare Atom at the moment are looking way too good. Grayhound already losing that man advantage, but they're going to continue to fight.
Yeah, the re-aggression onto ramp, something we've seen a lot from Grayhound domestically. Not going to work out this time. JamYoung is standing and delivering. And it's a 5-on-2. Sure, JamYoung probably goes down here, I was going to say, but it's not going to happen that way. And I think we can pretty much cut this one up and say it's an 8-7 favoring Rare Atom. Liaz MP9 in hand from the ramp. It's not exactly the angle you'd want to be fighting from with that weapon, and that indeed will be the 8th for Rare Atom. That's the end of the half. We'll take a break. 1 half of Counter-Strike left tonight.
Our first matchups is against Grayhound, so I will take them out first at least.
This world is slowing down. How can I fight it? How can I listen when there's no sound? Oh, the wolves are out, yeah.
Welcome back to PAX Australia, where the big dick is on show. He's here supporting Grayhound, his former team. We jump back into the second half between Grayhound and Rare Atom. It's going to be an interesting one, Mac. Obviously, quite a close first half. We're not too sure exactly which way this one is going to end up. And I mean, it's got a lot of fallout for the rest of this event. Obviously, going through to the upper bracket is exactly what both these teams want. They want to face IHC tomorrow for that spot at the major.
Good to see Monster Energy sending the representatives down as well to keep everyone pumped up and ready for at least another half of Counter-Strike. If we're going to go to 30, well, we'll find out soon. Grayhound ruining that curse and stopping Rare Atom from getting yet another pistol. We'll see if they can get two here.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to bring up. I thought Grayhound did a much better job on the pistol at the start of this map. Can they go back-to-back? Can they get themselves the T-side pistol? That'd be a great start to the half. Kaze goes down. Dooley's in hand. Haven't worked out for him. And that's kind of thrown it a bit awry for Rare Atom. Advent's the only player over toward B right now, and he's feeling not too great about that, I think.
Vexite slowly backing away from mid, and Rare Atom, they're trying to call the bluff. They're keeping players over towards A, happy to hold the setup that they've got right now. And even had Moseyuh starting to have a sniff at mid, seeing if there is going to be this B split come through. And look, eventually that might just happen, but let's have a look at how it works. You've even got the shift back to A because Grayhound have cut sound for so long. So this is going to be a B site found for free.
Yeah, Advent not going to land any shots on that cross, and he's not going to be ballsy enough to take that fight any longer. Doesn't have to worry about mid because JamYoung is watching that. But this is now a really tough scenario for Rare Atom to win. They have no util to get back in. They don't have any kits either, so they're going to have to move quite quickly here. And Grayhound are set up perfectly on this post plant. Two players at the generator watching both sides. No shots connected by Mercury, and you pretty much call this one done and dusted. Grayhound have absolutely wiped the pistol.
Whoa. Big effort. Late push in through Vexite, coming from mid. Didn't have to do too much because, well, the CTs never really took that site. So he came in, found himself a little kill. And that's a great start to the half, something that Grayhound desperately need if they want to try to shift that momentum back in their favour. Of course, getting a few rounds towards the end, keeping it as even as possible and tying things up here is a great way to start. Rare Atom, of course, on the CT side, so they can't plant the bomb. They can't get that extra money, so they're going to be saving for round 3 of the half.
Yeah, not exactly the way you want to be starting on your CT side. Rare Atom definitely had their problems on Inferno CT in similar circumstances.
Yeah.
They look phenomenal on their CT side of Ancient, though, so I don't think you can really read into it too much. It's a nice, cheeky little stack.
JamYoung falls off the edge. Got a little bit too big for his boots, but is it all a ruse? Of course, him falling might bait Grayhound to walk on into this setup. You've got Advent, who will be taking that contact in the close setup. Okay, Kaze able to find himself that 2-tap onto Liaz. Great flash from Advent to allow that one to happen. And now there's a gun retrieval. That's an AK as well in the hands of Kaze.
Yeah, Mercury was very keen to jump off and get that himself, but gave up his life in doing so. Kaze, maybe not quite so bold, is going to be the eventual benefactor, but end of the day, it's good little trade for Grayhound anyway. They do get into the B site. And then into the A side. So it's pretty much just Kaze left with that AK. He can do a bit of economic damage, but by and large, not expecting too much out of him in this one.
Yeah, I think the Hounds want that back though, so don't want to throw. Go a little bit deeper, and you can see them both running just to try to salvage the AK, which they should have time to do. So solid start in the second half. That's going to be the lead found by the Hounds. And now into the next, we are going to see Rare Atom buying up. So some damage done to Grayhound's economy with the 2 kills. Rare Atom found.
Yep.
And what do we have here? A1s and the single M4 in the A4 rather in the hands of JamYoung. So we'll see what they're going to be able to do. Util, well, a little thin on some of the members here, but that's expected on the CT side round 3.
Straight to the bottom of ramp for Grayhound. Nothing too over-aggressive on either side just yet. A little bit of util tossed up into scaffolding to deny that presence from Rare Atom.
Little note, you know, some of those members, 4 of them, prioritizing the extra smokes over a helmet, and there is still 1 Galil remaining in the hands of Sicko. So keep an eye on that just in case.
That's a good point. Turns out Galil into an AK, de facto. Oh, Kaze just off on the timing there, but Vexite is able to survive. Full HP, in fact.
Got his picture painted for free. I'm sure there's other places that actually can do that too. Didn't know it was happening in the server.
Still a few smokes to work with here for Rare Atom, but that's about it when it comes to the util. Going to see Mercury creep his way back onto the angle and have a look down ramp. Kaze was not expecting Vexite so close, and Mercury's in a real spot of bother there.
You got 4 dogs peeking you at the same time.
Yeah.
And that's just going to be the push straight in. Inz's had enough. He's clearing out everything. Good flash over the top. And JamYoung able to at least answer with 1, but a 2-on-4. Oh,
He's
I'd
going for
say
more.
it's undoable. But
He's really going for more, isn't he?
we've seen Rare Atom win these.
I mean, yeah, but surely not this. Having to go through smoke, just the 2 of you against 4.
You are actively trying to cast a curse this, and you are actively making it happen.
Oh. Yeah, look, I mean, JamYoung, he makes it look a little bit closer than it ought to be. No way! That should never happen! That should never, ever happen! And Rare Atom, they better be buying JamYoung a beer after that, because that is a huge round to win. That's illegal.
You just had to go and open your mouth, didn't you?
Well, I wasn't... I don't know what to say. I never in a million years even thought they were going to go for that.
But it was 2-on-5. We saw them win those on Inferno, so they're going to hang around. They had plenty of time. And then the Hounds were... The positioning wasn't bad. JamYoung was just hitting some crackers, one of which was just through the smoke as well.
Yeah. Well, JamYoung, he is such a stellar player. 9 apiece the scoreline. Still hanging in the balance. Obviously, that's not a nice one to lose for Grayhound, but we're not so deep into the half yet that it's going to be a deal breaker.
Yeah. But as you can see, Hound's trying to figure out what to do now. 4 AKs still able to be bought up. Bomb plant money makes things that little bit easier, but oh, the crosshair from JamYoung is just always in the best spot.
Yeah. Perfect time for him to step up as well, just when the half looks like it's getting off on the wrong foot.
Yeah.
Rare Atom back into it. They've actually called a timeout now as well. It was Greyhound's timeout just prior. Now it's Rare Atom's turn to have a bit of a chat. AK's been tossed over to Kaze, courtesy of JamYoung, who's happy with the M4 instead. It's not a super great buy, to be honest, from Rare Atom. They don't have a lot of money because it did come down to just the one player clutching that out. MP9s for a couple of the members. Big swing round here, though. Greyhound are also starting to run out of cash.
Yeah, if they can manage to pick this one up, then Rare Atom not going to be in the greatest position for the next few rounds. And of course, on the CT side, that's a tough nut to crack. So, very important one in Greyhound. Not going to be getting too overzealous with trying to find this ramp control. You can see that the CT set up as well. Rare Atom trying to play to their strengths, draw some attention towards the top, and an extra smoke as well. Scared Mercury out of the corner. So, they'll show some respect to Greyhound. Fall back to sight. I say that, but Mercury's actually going forward yet again, and the T's are just around the corner. Util thrown towards B there, just trying to draw out some of these rotations from the CTs, and Mercury finally finding the perfect time to strike.
Oh, and he's gotten out as well. That is pretty bad news for Greyhound. Down a player now. Vexite can't get that trade. Deagle only is what he had to work with. Rare Atom, they need to be finding cheeky picks like that when they're looking at a buy like this. I was actually going to say, I thought Greyhound was playing it quite nicely. They were drawing out a lot of that CT util. There wasn't a lot of it, but now you've got numbers advantage for the CT side, and Mercury, he wants more.
He's making a bit of noise. Vexite gets the line, and that's going to be some scaff control, but all the T's regrouping.
25
from the front. Yeah, 25. Still committing back down ramp. I don't know if it's a save or a late rotate, but either way, they've got to get to one of these sites.
Inz is really trying to sell this fake. It's back toward B that Greyhound is going, and they will have to get past JamYoung.
Oh,
he
again.
is going to be the absolute wall. They're not getting past this guy. 8 seconds left on the clock.
Oh.
Can they plant the bomb? No, they cannot. And Advent rubs salt in the wound as well. Gets himself an MP9 kill and upgrades to an AK. Good round for Rare Atom.
Saves the day not once but twice. Bomb never spotted. JamYoung doesn't rotate. Great protocols from Rare Adam to make sure these rounds are won over and over. And the pressure is just constantly put on that economy of Grayhound. Speaking of, look, they've lost 2 in a row, but that bank is cracked. And no bomb plant means no extra money, so things get that much more difficult. But Rare Adam snagged the lead back.
It's very similar to that round we saw from Rare Atom on the T side, where they kind of got themselves in all sorts, rotating back and forth, and got into the site at too late of a time. Grayhound suffering the same fate. So Rare Atom's chance now to pull ahead quite substantially. Inns has the AK that he saved through last round, but aside from that, there's nothing for Grayhound to play with. And Rare Atom, well, their money's still not fantastic yet, but this is the chance for them to build it back up and really take control of the half.
Mercury almost got caught in transition there. And look at the timing. Moseyuh goes off the pixel line, drops a molly, does start to fall back. You've still got that smoke in the hands of the Sandbags player. That's going to be Mercury, although he's just used it to try and draw some more attention. Hero AK in the hands of Inns. Needs to get some damage done, and it's not going to work because that flash has been heard.
Yeah, very good flash coming through from Rare Atom. Alistair now has the AK, but he's not getting past Mercury, and it'll actually end up being Liaz that has to find the trade. Not a big deal for Rare Atom as long as they keep these 4 guns through.
There's a AK down at Scaff, but Liaz not going to be able to make the cross happen. So Rare Adam fighting for this one. We've got an 11-9 scoreline. Rare Adam 2-round lead now, starting to get a little bit out in front. Into the next, of course, that was just Glocks, pretty much brought in by Grayhound. So we'll see if they decide to go for that buy. I didn't catch how much money Inns had in the bank after the AK from the previous, but it looks like, yeah, he's down to that Tech 9, just trying to prioritize the utility. Might just recycle someone else's AK. So it still should be a decent buy, but we'll see where Grayhound decided to go. 10 seconds in already. And looks like everyone's taking things real slow. Rare Adam with a bit of a different setup, leaving only 1 player towards A, 2 towards mid, expecting a change up from the Hounds.
Well, looks like we're headed back to ramp for Grayhound at least. Couple of players up scaffold. That adaptation not really resulting in too much for Rare Atom, and I think you're going to start to see it trend back to the default now. Moseyuh's come back over toward A. JamYoung's maybe having a bit of a look into mid now with Kaze. Getting a better idea of what's going on around the map rather than putting all their eggs into the B basket.
That sandbag smoke has just been so strong at slowing down Grayhound. Rare Adam have a couple of lineups for it from multiple different positions. Grayhound used it a bit. Vexite's just waiting for like a boost to come across the top. Just trying to keep his eyes on something. Moseyuh with this counter flash at the ready. Looking to allow Mercury to swing. Just the default smokes over towards that right side. And that molly as well, just buying so much time. 20 on the clock.
Nade over the top from Mercury. Not really going to land on too much, but he wants to go through the smoke. Ali is facing away, but he's chosen the timing and can't get the double. That's huge from Moseyuh somehow. Gets himself 3. You've got a player wrapping up behind as well. It's JamYoung dealt with. But again, a trade from Moseyuh. He's on for the ace now. He's looking for it too. He wants it. Inns. Can he save the day for Grayhound? He's got him. He's got him. The last second. How have Rare Adam thrown that one away?
What a play coming out of the Hounds.
Inns once again just stepping up for his roster.
Have you felt anxiety before? Because I am right now. There's a lot of butt clenching going on in the audience here.
I think you've got to be looking at Moseyuh here and wondering why does he go for the repeat?
Well, he's only got 1 second to plant and at least had a teammate alive.
Yeah, I suppose.
Those Tech 9 shots as well, while Inns is moving, you can't rely on them.
No,
but
100%.
RNG just goes his way this time.
Very good shots coming through for him, not for Rare Atom. Okay. Conversation to be had now for Rare Atom because their money is a bit 50-50.
That round could be a game saver.
It could, 100%.
And Rare Atom now, as you mentioned, money's a bit all over the place, but they have won on these force buys many, many times. So they're going to give it a crack again. We'll see if they change their game plan. Of course, Mercury has just been such a nuisance over towards the A ramp, and he's going to try to do something here just with a smoke and Famous. Rare Atom still expecting Grayhound to change it up at some point, so they're sending 2 towards B early, 2 towards mid in case there was a rush to come through. Just so much faith in Mercury all in his own today.
Yeah, and I mean, what has Mercury even got to really play with? He's got a Famous.
Yeah.
That's literally it. So he doesn't even have an M4.
He's got a microphone.
He's got no util to delay with. If Grayhound were to hit this site, they would get this site.
Starting to call for these rotations. Kaze sends his way across. JamYoung tries to get aggressive, but ends deep above ladder.
Yep.
Expecting this mid-round aggression to come through from Rare Atom and hits him with the punish.
Looks to start falling apart a little for Rare Atom now off the back of that last round. They got a pretty illegal clutch of their own, so it sort of feels as though an eye for an eye has occurred. It's fair. And it seems like we're headed towards an equalization scoreline. Advent with an MP9. I'm not sure that I'm going to back him to double down from a position like this, but does he open the door up for Moseyuh? Maybe.
Oh, no!
Well, he did indeed double down. And Moseyuh now has that info that players are coming across. There's no one at jump up that he needs to worry about. 3-on-3. Kaze looks to line up a molly to deny the plant.
Ooh. Hasn't quite denied the plant, and that's going to be planted in the open too. No one spams Ali. Want to just save the day. A ballsy play, flash forward from Kaze and Moseyuh. He's going to be traded out. Now, back to this one-on-one. We got Ins on Mercury, and they're both just trying to play the timing game. But Mercury with a Famous, we said he didn't have much going into the round, but he's got plenty of time to defuse and find one more for Rare Atom. And Jordan, I need to say, there is not much security here stopping the Grayhound fans from hitting you. The amount of casters' curses you are throwing out there.
Trust me, I'm not trying to do it. Big sigh of relief from JamYoung on the cams there after that clutch was secured. They know how tense this is. Every single round matters. That's not going to help Rare Atom's economy, though. Have a look at this shot.
Oh, insane.
I thought Ins wins this every day of the week. He's the one peaking. He's got the AK.
Well, shadow advantage. And Mercury was just trying to figure out exactly where he was.
No.
He had the time to sit around. Well, let's see if anything changes. Grayhound, they need to find something. They really need a bone to be thrown to him.
Yeah, I mean, their money is starting to get depleted again as well. Talking about swing rounds, this is going to be a big one. This is going to put Rare Atom to 13. It's going to put Grayhound down low on the economy. Oh, and that's a huge deal to win for Vexite. Headshot did go through. Kaze on the line, doesn't land the shot. The trade came from the nade, and Mercury has done it again.
Insane scenes down here at PAX Australia. At IEM Road to Rio. Rare Atom, 3 rounds away from the reverse sweep. Looking to play IHC tomorrow in the upper bracket. And Grayhound, they are running short on time to get back into the game.
That's just odd. You know, that first shot onto Ins, the headshot, really enables the multi-frag. Money's broken for Grayhound now. They will need a miracle to win this round.
Even the crowd here for Rare Atom, a vocal minority.
That's for sure. And the fact that they're sitting right in front of our microphones too probably does amplify that. Not a bad kill for Liaz to grab.
He's got that M4.
M4 tossed over to Ins, who had a bit of extra HP to work with, but still very much within Rare Atom's control.
See Grayhound playing for all the marbles. Not bringing too much into this one so that they can get a full bite into around 25, but now there's still a chance. Obviously no armor there, so aim punch will be a huge factor. And Rare Atom want to try to keep as many guns alive as possible. So we'll see how this one works out. JamYoung has been pretty solid on these angles. And Sicko, he's not going to fight fire twice.
Nope. Very open A site, but for the fact that Mercury is sitting behind sandbags and he's going to get the freebie onto Ins. Liaz drops as well. Rare Atom have done what they need to, secured the 14th. And now it's a case of making sure that they, at bare minimum, can secure overtime. Then they can think about the win.
Mate, who are you giving the MVP to if Rare Atom take this W? Mercury or JamYoung?
I think it has to be JamYoung, just for the fact that across multiple maps, he's been... well, he was definitely the standout for Rare Atom on Inferno, which they lost. But he's also been very good here on map 3. Had a bit of a quieter map 2. It was largely sort of Advent that was leading the charge. But I think JamYoung was kind of contributing there as well. So for mine, it's probably JamYoung.
Yeah. Having a quick chat there, Rare Atom. Know that they can't drop this round. They still have some cash in the tank, so next round's a factor if they do cop an L here, but Greyhounds still need to get past them, and that seems very difficult at the moment because Rare Atom, pick any individual, they're all having a round. Everyone is bringing their A game. They want to be one win away from making the major. Greyhound are trying to change the pace now, but Rare Atom know it. They've brought more players to the fight here, over towards A, showing some more respect to Greyhound.
A lot of patience being shown by Greyhound in this one too. Creeping their way out into mid. Sicko's kind of having a peek more than anything. And starting to have a look up scaffolding as well, but don't really get the sense that they want to commit on either of these. Just hoping for a mistake from Rare Atom, which they're not getting yet.
Mercury in a safe position, but Kaze's got no flashes to help him out, and Liaz at mid, ready for that peak. Little jiggle, going to be punished.
That's a very good shot from Liaz.
But Kaze's going to double up in the same position. Molly over towards that B site now, trying to draw out extra rotations. We're going to see Greyhound start to make this move at A.
I think you're getting a bit of information through, though, from Advent that there's not a whole lot happening on that side of the map. So Rare Atom, they're going to call it correctly and send extra players back toward A. JamYoung spotting in mid. Mercury's the only defender on A at the moment, but Kaze has got the AWP line. Having a look at ramp.
30 seconds.
Can't afford any mistakes right now for Greyhound. 4 on 5, it should be their round, but 25 seconds is not a lot of time to work with. Ali misses the shot.
They don't have any smokes. They've only got flashes to try to make their way forward. At least these AKs are starting to have some impact, and the riflers for Greyhound firing up, but Kaze's here to try and stop it. And he's denied the plant with the wall bang. There might not be time here, Jordan.
9 seconds left. Kaze has to survive. He's hit ins as well. It's just Alistair. He's got the bomb plant down in time. Kaze was off to the races. He didn't want a bar of it. Now, though, has to go back and have a look in. Has the M4. Ali with no head armor. One shot headshot for Kaze. That's all he needs to secure a phenomenal round. Works his way into the site. Peeking around the corner. Hasn't baited out the shot. Alistair stands tall. Keeps it alive for Greyhound.
These rounds.
Yeah.
What a map.
Kaze nearly pulling off the miracle round there, though. Like, he was the one-man army on A.
Greyhound one alive at the end. AWP is there, but the money, definitely not. Headshot through the box as well.
Yep.
Ridiculous round coming out of Kaze, but it still was not quite enough.
Balls of steel from Alistair, though, not to fire.
And Rare Atom still not on match point, but their economy at breaking point. Greyhound, same position. It's happening again.
Oh, that's a big one. Vexite to get away alive is a huge deal. Tucked away in the corner. Mercury just doesn't hit his first couple of shots, and Vexite says, thanks. I'll take the player advantage. Advent has only a 5-7. Now, I'm a big fan of the 5-7, Mac. So I'm a little bit scared about Greyhound heading in this direction.
Look, I've seen it do some great things lately, but in this match, I've only seen it do poor things. So we'll see what Advent can do. JamYoung happy to back himself. And look, it's a couple of pot shots. Couldn't see a damn thing. Damage enough for JamYoung to trade. And now we're down to a 3-on-3, but JamYoung is still here, standing tall. And he might have just saved it, but it's a 2-on-2.
Yeah, it's given time, though, for Rare Atom to come across. Greyhound can still call the cancel. They can still get out the stairs. Go somewhere else. Moseyuh has spotted out Sicko. Changes up his position a little bit. He's playing with fire. Both Sicko and Alistair watching his position. It now leaves it on Kaze once again. Flashes over the top, and Alistair has done it one more time for Greyhound.
Oh, Sigh of relief on the cam, sigh of relief from me, sigh of relief from the crowd. There's lots happening down here. You can cut the tension with the knife. Kaze keeps getting into these 1vx scenarios and just doing so well. That time just barely started to fade away into the smoke, but got caught lacking at the worst possible moment. And Grayhound, the comeback is slowly but surely happening. They need 2 more to tie it. They need 4 more for a dub.
Okay, dare I bring up the loss that Vici suffered to Tyloo on this very map?
Oh, no.
From what felt like insurmountable odds, Tyloo walked away with a win. And it even involved a misbuy. It even involved an MP7 buy. So is that occurring again for Rare Adam? Is that choke coming through?
Oh, no.
They had a lot of issues with that a couple of years ago. I thought it was done and dusted. I thought it was over. But now Rare Adam, once again, they are facing a high-pressure scenario, even though they are in the lead. And they may still drop this map, drop this series, and go down to the lower bracket.
I thought they might have left the Vici curse with Vici, but maybe it's not the Vici curse. Maybe it's someone else.
Yep.
Who knows? Grayhound, 1 away from tying up the odds here. Either way, if they can make this round happen, we're going all the way to 30 regardless.
Yeah, money's super dire for Rare Atom too, so
Yeah.
if they lose here, it's not quite the death sentence for the map necessarily, but it really doesn't look good from there, and Mercury's already down to 22 HP. Not the start Rare Adam wants in this round.
Oh, Advent, there it is. It comes through, Ali. He'll fall. Trying to find the entry at B.
Well, it's a good kill because Alistair has been the player that's kind of stepped up for Grayhound in the last couple of rounds.
Vexite timing. Oh, he's looked away. 1 bullet, it's all that's needed on the Mercury. He'll find it on the head, but he's copped the dink himself.
I can't believe Mercury's gone for that recontest on 20 HP. Vexite able to equalize the scoreline, but look, 4 on 4 with Vexite on 12 HP. It still doesn't look fantastic for Grayhound. They have got a little bit of util still to play with to get back into this bomb site, and they won't actually have to face too much counter util at all.
I think it sounds like Pax is closing, but the game ain't done. That's all I'm saying.
Yep, can't close yet. Sorry.
If any security guard tries to kick you out, come to me. I'll fight for you. Now look, Rare Adam, they're going to stand and deliver here. It might just be happening. Sicko and Vexite trying to make it work in a 2v3 now. And that flank is slowly creeping through, but Vexite is still taking names. And he's expecting this as well, but the bomb's gone down on ramp with 20 seconds.
That timing from Advent, he's jumping, but Vexite's only on 12 HP, so he still wins the duel. And Sicko, he's going to have to go back, grab the bomb. That's going to open up the door for Advent to start to creep behind JamYoung. Oh, it doesn't even matter. It's Advent that's pretty much won that round. JamYoung finishes it off, and Rare Atom, they are now on match series point to go through to the upper bracket final against IHC tomorrow.
15 on the board for one of the teams. Finally, it's felt so long.
Yep.
But Grayhound still have enough for 1 more bite. Ins down to the Tech 9, but that's not even a bad weapon. It's 1 Grayhound a whole round at least. So we'll see if that has some impact. Tac pause coming through.
Oh.
Rare Adam
want to get it done right here and now.
They know they do not have time to work with here.
And they cannot afford to lose it here either, because even though there's another round to play with, it's going to be a really bad round in terms of the bite. They've got 1,900 loss bonus. They're pretty much going to have to invest everything into this round. So it's kind of now or never for Rare Adam if they want to avoid the overtime. Both teams on 1,900 loss bonus. Not that it really matters for Grayhound, but you can just get an idea of how tight this game is from that very fact. It's been very back and forth. Rare Adam with the advantage right now. They're kind of like at deuce in tennis, right?
Yeah.
Advantage.
If they lose this one, they've got nothing for the next. But I guess that hasn't stopped a few of the teams from winning some pistols. So look, let's not talk about the future. Let's talk about the present. Grayhound going to be smoked off over towards ramp for the moment. Happy just to play slow. They don't have heaps of util to work into the round, so just holding on to it for the initial stages.
It's only been 30 seconds in this round, but it feels like it's been an age already.
So much tension coming through Kaze. on the offline. It's not going to work a second time. Grayhound catching onto that one after Rare Adam have played there a few times now. Prog smoke from Vexite over towards the A ramp. But Mercury, he is packed with confidence after the game he's had here on Vertigo. So he's happy just to hang around.
Yep.
With this lurk up the scaff, he could find a timing. Two-man peak is too much. They expected the swing from Dig, but no one came through. And Vexite wants a little bit of redemption. He seems to believe that Dig is open. He's still working forward, finds a timing. Sicko again, another for him as well.
It's 3-on-3. Grayhound still in with a chance, but the bomb, where is that going? Vexite, he's trying to control the A bomb site. He's calling for the rotation in, but Rare Atom, they're throwing numbers at him. It doesn't matter. Vexite's getting it done on his own. JamYoung eventually shuts him down. But you have to say Vexite has done enough.
Oh, have they seen him? Have they seen Ali creeping over jump up? Footsteps coming and Ali in a perfect position to deal with these CTs. But they'll wrap around, headshot found. Advent 1v2 and Grayhound maybe looking for OT.
There's no way. Not again, surely not. Grayhound, they've got to get it done right here and now and give themselves a chance of overtime. It's what the map deserves. Advent's going to go round the back. No way! 4 HP for Alistair. He bides his time, waits. Advent needs just one bullet. Oh! Changes out to the 8 gate. The spam through the smoke won't connect. Hasn't been spotted. Taps the bomb. Ali! How has he won it? How has he won it?
Where did the bullets go, Jordan?
How has he won it?
Oh! I hate this. This is horrendous. 30 rounds deep and Rare Adam. They've got no money to make this work. Rare Adam, their fans want this that bit more than Grayhound, who are staying real silent over on the other side of the crowd here.
Oh, well, I mean, look, it is still Rare Adams to lose their 15-14. Grayhound have yet another round to secure before they push this to OT and then start to begin their own campaign. And things can go wrong.
I'm literally quivering. My arms are shaking.
These weak arm spaghetti, Mac.
I wasn't going that direction with it. I thought it was passion.
Hopefully
Maybe
not the
you're right.
case for Grayhound, because they're going to need every inch and every mile in this round. Mercury does offer the first kill for Rare Adam. Off angle, but JamYoung's not going to work out. Didn't land the deagle shot.
You got to remember this famous for Mercury won one of the clutchest rounds we've seen this series as well.
Yep.
So don't write him off until he falls.
Kaze's not too shabby with that scout either, I'll tell you. Oh, well. Advent, close angle, MP9. We've seen it before. He's gotten the multi-frag from this exact position. Surely Grayhound's going to check it.
Good for 2.
Well, you say that.
Grayhound clearing it this time, or are they? No world. Second player falls off. Ins, Ali looking to make it happen over towards the B site. The lurk in from Sicko, who's taken his fight. Ali saved the final round and may just save the day. 2 more on the entry in a 3-on-2. Rare Adam. They don't have a lot to get back in, but that's a tag on Ins.
Yeah, Mercury's dead though. It's just Kaze now, 1-on-3 with the scout. Don't give him much of a chance in this one. Doesn't have a defuse kit, doesn't have a smoke, doesn't really have anything to play with, to be honest. This would have to be an egregious throw from Grayhound to lose the round from here. And they're just not going to let that happen. So overtime is secured, but the map is not yet done and dusted.
This world is slowing down. How can I fight it? How can I listen when there's no sound? Oh, the wolves are out. Yes, the wolves are out. pursuit. My head is spinning round. Oh, I hear you now. Yes, the wolves are out. Inside of our reality. Satellites singing serenity. Send out a signal, please remember me. Send out a signal, promise me free.
This map is exactly what we want from the Road to Rio Asia. This is exactly why people should pay more attention to Asian Counter-Strike, because it's entertainment at its finest. 15-15 between Grayhound and Rare Atom, and it's only just the start. This is only day one, Mac. It's the first round match, and both these teams looking for a spot in the upper bracket final against IHC. Neither willing to give up their grasp of Vertigo just yet.
Map 3 decider, and we're back to square one with OT. Money for everyone, so no pistols involved, at least not for now. But it looks like we got 10k OT, so things could get dangerous if teams do lose 2 rounds in a row. We'll see how it goes. Grayhound back on that T side.
Yep. It's going to be a little bit more problematic for Rare Atom with money on their CT side rather than for Grayhound just yet. But yeah, as you say, both teams have to be aware of it. Mercury's going to go for a really aggressive peek, and it very nearly works out for 2. Halley does hit the shot and keeps himself alive. Otherwise, that was a disaster for Grayhound.
That's how you know he's feeling it as well. Going for plays like that in OT, or really shaking it up early.
Yep.
Trying to catch Grayhound going slow, which they have been, because it was working for them.
Well, it looks like Grayhound's going to go slow again.
Ali just going to drop a little bit of util there, of course, within an inch of his life, but as he is playing with the big green, that means he can still have some solid impact if he can shoot first.
JamYoung almost caught in transition, does get the incent down. It'll still allow Vexite up, but JamYoung shuts the door right on him. 4 on 3 now. Advent has to turn his attention back towards the B bomb site. That's where the push is coming for Grayhound. Bombs there as well.
Liaz straight up flashing for himself. Second phase comes through as well. And the CTs, they have brought numbers towards the B site. Grayhound cutting sound, and Ali just waiting for someone to get a bit too big for their boots. There's that op shot onto the leg of Advent. So some of these members of the CTs could fall real damn quick.
Yep.
And time, a huge factor. This nade could polish Ali if he tries to plant.
Indeed, that's going to be really problematic for Grayhound. You want to be seeing that bomb get tossed across. JamYoung, the nade's gone through, the perfect time, and now Grayhound are going to have to scramble for the plant. Sicko, he will not win this round. There's just no chance. And Rare Atom, they start off with a round win, which is so important, Mac.
Yeah.
Not only for the momentum, the confidence, whatever, but the money too.
CT's keeping many numbers alive. I thought JamYoung might have been dead meat there, but Vexite just trying to catch a timing over jump up.
Yep.
Trying to change things up with that man down position Grayhound we're in. We'll see if Rare Atom change it up again with another aggressive maneuver somewhere. What do we got? 3 men over towards A ramp. Smoke towards the bottom.
Yep, they've gone straight down the stairs. So Rare Atom now know what's happening at the bottom of the stairs on B, and they're also pushing down ramp as well, just behind this smoke. Wise decision from Vexite to back off.
We're going to see the same thing. Nade into the corner. Mercury going dry this time, and eyes not on the prize. Ali looking over the top. That's going to be the bomb drop. Then Mercury's found 2 this time, and a third. That might just be a second round in the bag.
Yeah, certainly looking that way. Inns and Lias have a lot of salvaging to do. Can't be getting away with that multiple times, and the fact that he gets 3 as well. Mercury, such a find for this Rare Atom squad. 30 bomb from both him and JamYoung in this map. Nothing of the like yet for Grayhound. Vexite the closest on 27, but Rare Atom poised to take the 17th round for themselves. They've got the info as well that the Grayhound members are at the bottom of the ramp, spotted with their jump spot. Well, a lot of time still for Grayhound to work with here, but 2-on-5, I mean, we've seen no shortage of clutches on this map, but I have to imagine this one's going to be a little tough for them. Advent does get the headshot onto Liaz, so he doesn't go down without at least some effort being put in, and it's JamYoung on this B site that they're going to have to run into, and again, we've said, you know, he's a bit of a brick wall, really. This time does get run down by Liaz.
We're going to see a molly over towards jump up as well, which can cut these rotations. Oh, look how low Kaze is barely surviving on 8 HP. But Mercury again, he ain't done. He's on for the ace. He doesn't have a whole bunch of health. And there's not a bunch of time for Liaz. Got that one tap, but it wasn't enough.
You saw it coming though, right? There was like a split second where it looked like there might be a lineup. And the fact that he just one taps the full HP player, you give him a chance.
Was that Mercury that took the last kill as well?
We've got Grayhound superfans on their knees. Literally.
Oh, my lord. Gavin, please. This is too much. We'll see if Grayhound can salvage here in the final round of the first half of OT. Try and find themselves a 16th and take away the pressure of that match point for the second half.
Good opening kill this time for Grayhound. But Mercury has been a real problem for them on the ramp, and this time in a different position. He's going to do the exact same thing. Multi-frags again and again. Can't get out alive, surely. Inns is going to execute him. But he's done enough to bring it back into some semblance of control for Rare Atom. A much faster round, though, from Grayhound. They're looking at A.
It's one-way smoke on Crane. They just bought so much time all game on Vertigo for Rare Atom to play around. And Kaze just trying to cut the site in half, so allowing there to be a lot of control up lane, up the front of site. Looking at just to drop some util and buy some time for the rotations back. I like this from Rare Atom. They've even got JamYoung on a very aggressive line towards the B stairs, so he's going to get that early info if Grayhound decide to reroute back towards B. But from this position, it looks like they're just cutting sound again, waiting for the rotations, and they should get this bomb planted. So Rare Atom should be playing for retake, but we'll see what Kaze can do about it.
I just wallbang someone through the default box again.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, he's got an incend. It's nicely baited out by Sicko with the fake tap. Kaze's going to change his position up, though. And Mosey's worked across. Nice shot from Alistair, but responded by Kaze. Smoke down to cut off Alistair's sightlines. Comes down to Inns here for the moment.
And they're moving forward. Ali wants to fight this. Inns tucked away on the corner. Headshot found. Hits him with the 2-tap. And this might be a Grayhound round.
Well, you say that, but it's JamYoung that's still alive. Alistair's position surely not expected. You don't expect an AWPer right here. And JamYoung has no idea.
Oh.
So Grayhound will salvage one round out of their T half of OT. But what's your thoughts, Mac? Is that enough?
I don't know.
Keep themselves alive? Are they happy with that?
It's something. It's that much less pressure in the second half of OT because there's not 3 match points for Rare Atom to play with. So Grayhound can win it here in the second half. Let's see what Rare Atom have for us on the T side. It's been a while since they've played this T side, so we'll see if things have changed. CT side for them was very strong. T side took a while for him to get going, and we are going to see Ali try to push the point here. But look, 1-for-1 trade, I think Rare Atom are going to be happy with that.
Yeah, I'd say so. Splits the map open a little bit, starts to unsettle Grayhound a little bit. Might prompt a few CT pushes to get a bit of info. Vexite's doing just that. Mercury was not ready for it at all.
Haven't said that much this game. Mercury's been ready for bloody everything else.
Yeah.
And that's a man advantage for Grayhound on the CT side. Rare Adam, they have won many of these 2vx scenarios, and they got 3 alive still. So the round is not over until I see that clock hit 0 or that bomb explode.
Slow creep up the ramp from Rare Atom.
So much util.
It's almost the exact same setup for Grayhound as what we saw from Rare Atom in their last round. Obviously, the AWP are not on the line, it's Vexite. But he's very much mirroring the movements that we saw from Kaze.
He hasn't heard that tap. Just buying time with the molly. Nade as well. All 3 Ts untouched though, so it is just going to be chip damage. And the nade works. Sicko's brought one more to the party. Spam through. JamYoung barely gets this one planted.
Yeah, gets out alive for now. Sends a grenade back in the direction of Grayhound, which will do very little damage. And is able to clear out the bottom of the ramp. Largely, feels like this round now is going to come down to Kaze's influence. If he hits a good shot on this entry, equalizes it back to 3-on-3. It's gone the other way. It's now 4-on-2. Rare Adam relying on Advent to hit some shots right here, and now it won't happen. And JamYoung is the last alive on 5 HP. You can't expect him to win it. Grayhound go to 17.
The equalizer coming through at just the right moment. And Grayhound are going to be extremely happy with that one. Util from Rare Adam getting a little sloppy in that post plant. Things not going as expected. And Grayhound trying to thrive in whatever momentum they have. Util to be left in spawn for anything that was overbought. It looks like Ali. He's going to be posted up on mid this time. JamYoung going real quick down Scaff, but the molly comes in clutch there for Grayhound.
Tense times for Rare Adam. If they lose this one, Grayhound in pole position to win the map, win the series. And that would be very disappointing for them, considering they were in the lead for the vast majority of this map. Mercury is playing with fire, figuratively and literally. Trades come through. Grayhound coming up with the goods.
Huge.
And Rare Atom now, they are staring down the barrel of a defeat.
Moseyuh, he'll fall. And that's going to be Grayhound's first match point here in the series. Of course, they had to play for a long old comeback to take us into OT.
A lot of Grayhound jerseys in the audience and some Renegades ones there as well.
Big thing I've noticed, that round in particular, first time in a while it feels like we've seen that CT aggression coming out of Grayhound. Of course, we haven't seen them on the CT side for a while, but completely polar opposite of what we saw from them trying to play retake on A, given a lot of respect to Rare Atom. That respect has just been torn out from under.
Last time out for Rare Atom, now done. And this is also the first chance Grayhound have got to win the map. Rare Atom had a couple of them. Felt like it's been their map to control, but it might be swept out from under them in one quick strike from Grayhound if they win this round right here. Otherwise, we're headed towards OT2.
Yeah.
Money is still good enough for Rare Atom to afford to buy.
Mercury, after 35 rounds, has over 100 ADR, 35 kills. Just so much impact for Rare Atom. It looks like we're going to see some aggression come out from Grayhound. Spotting for that early info. Ali hits the leg, but he gets sent away with 2 shots from that Galil.
Yeah, that's a good couple of shots out from Kaze. Don't expect to win that duel with a Galil. Flashes out into mid. JamYoung's going to have a bit of a peek and see if there's a boost up on the box. Dare he go any further? So good setup to deal with it for Grayhound. Got Int and Sicko right here. They're making noise. They must know. They must sense at least. Have an idea. JamYoung's going to go across, and that is it. Int has found the double.
Big.
It was the perfect setup for Grayhound. And now Rare Atom, with a numbers deficit, need to pull off a little bit more magic to keep this series alive.
Well, Kaze already got that first kill with the Galil. And Mercury, he's alive and kicking. 19, the magic number both the teams are looking for, and only Grayhound can find it here in OT number 1. Still, decent amount of util to go for the XE. Only 1 smoke, though, so that's going to go deep into Elevator. Grayhound playing a little more respectful. falling back. Good molly to buy the extra time. Kaze staying far away from that one, but Vexite thought he might have had a timing.
Yep. Got a nade still here for Grayhound to try to do some damage on that bomb plan. It will tickle a couple of players. Mercury behind default. And In's tagged down as well. Rare Adam, say, have the advantage now in the 3-on-3 post plan. Mercury on a bit of a cheeky angle, gives up his position, but it won't matter. He's managed to grab himself one, done some damage. Liaz and Sicko have both struck, but it's Kaze one-on-one against Sicko. Both down to a sliver of HP, and Sicko with barely any time to work with. Flash up in the sky, onto the bomb. He's running out of time. He's got a defuse kit. Kaze will take the piece.
Is that the game?
Sicko, does he have the time?
Does he have the time? They're jumping up. I think they do. And it looks like that's 19 Jordan Grayhound going to the upper bracket final.
Put some respect on Asian Pacific Counter-Strike. What a game. It's day one of IEM Road to Rio, and we've already been treated to such a fantastic game of Counter-Strike by the tiniest of margins.